Shabbat Shalom and welcome to our service. I like it when you say that, well, I was just passing by this building that looked like a chapel and then we decide to stop in and see what's going on. And we're here for you. And we've had some really incredible programs we'll talk about later and some more things that are coming. But representing international BBYO and a graduate and now working in North Carolina, Sarah, we're going to have you come up, light candles for us if you would. Come up with your mom. Welcome back. And now you're living in Raleigh. I can't believe you're already done
Amazing,
with college
Sarah.
and everything else.
One of my first B'nai Vail bat mitzvahs. I know.
That was just a little while ago.
Just a little while ago. No one needs to mention when that was. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shall Shabbat.
May the Shabbat candles that we now light inspire us to see justly and gently, look honestly and with kindness, to see what's holy in each other. As we turn to page 4, it's wonderful to see so many new faces and familiar faces. Hine ma tov, how good and pleasant it is to be together.
And it is so pleasant that we can all be here together on this beautiful Shabbat evening here in Vail. So please take just a moment to introduce yourself or to say Shabbat Shalom to someone who's sitting nearby, or wave across the room if they're not that nearby. Hine ma tov u'manayim Shavet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim Shavet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov Shavet achim gam yachad. Hine tov Shavet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim 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 שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יאללה לי, יאללה לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יאללה לי, יאללה לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
And as we turn to page 8 in our prayer books at the bottom of the page, we'll continue with our family prayer. May we never take for granted the gift of Shabbat as we sit nestled in the Rocky Mountains, sharing this humble moment with family and friends. May the satisfaction of celebrating Shabbat hearten our spirits. Let Shabbat peace bring quiet to our souls. Allow this time set aside for song and prayer to bring us closer together in thoughts and deeds. Let the space we share become our place of devotion, glowing with reverence and filled with our traditions. And may the end of this week encourage us to examine our actions and let us look ahead toward the new week, be worthy of all of God's blessings. The top of page 8 as we welcome the angels of peace. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boechem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzidchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
And as the pilgrims were arriving in Jerusalem, they looked up and saw their mountain. They cried out, "From where does my help come?" Just like all of you that are enjoying 1 or 2 weeks here, and it should be longer, you look up at our mountains, and we still say, Esa Einai, page 12, as we join with the cantor.
Esa Einai el harim me'ayin yavo Ezri. Esa Einai el harim me'ayin yavo Ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz. Esa Einai el harim me'ayin yavo Ezri. Esa Einai el harim me'ayin yavo Ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz.
And I think what makes us a little bit unusual, but also incredibly special, is that you come from so many different places. As I introduce myself to you, and it's from all over the country, possibly world. And as we greet those that are watching, we always have a couple hundred that are watching from the East Coast to the West Coast, that you want to have some tune that still makes you feel like it's Shabbat and is familiar to you. So we're glad you're with us tonight and joining with us. Page 16, as we greet the Sabbath bride, we'll join together, Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor v'zachor b'diborecha. echad. Hishmiyanu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad ushmo echad. L'shemo tiferet ve'litchila. Lechadodi likrat kalai alalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lechadodi likrat kalai alalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nilcha ki hi mikor haveracha. Mirosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshevat tchila. Lechadodi likrat kalai alalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lechadodi likrat kalai alalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Mikdash melech ir melcha kumitzim etoch hafeicha. Rav lach shevet be'emech havacha vehu yachmol alai chemla. Lechadodi likrat kalai alalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lechadodi likrat kalai alalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela.
On page 18, we rise and face the rear of the sanctuary as we greet the Sabbath bride.
Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha u'v'tzahala. Tachem unei am segula boi chala boi chala. Lechadodi likrat kalai alalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lechadodi likrat kalai alalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lechadodi likrat kalai alalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lechadodi likrat kalai alalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela.
You may be seated. It's so important to have spirited and lively music in the service. And we learned that from Psalm 92, where in temple times, that's what they talked about and described that made the temple service so popular. Page 21 at the top of the page will continue responsively. It is good to give thanks to you, O Lord, to praise your name through song, to speak in the morning of your loving kindness, your faithfulness each night, the music of the lute and the harp, melody of the lyre, I'll sing with my delight. The bottom of page 20 as we join together.
Tzadik katamar yifrach ke'eres bavanon yizkeh shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun beseva deshenim bera'ananim yihiu lehagi ki yashar Adonai Tzu
was to go back to 1921 to the Boston Globe, where the column read, Dr. Crane says, and he gave marvelous advice every single week, all the way from 1921 up until today. And we like to read this responsively. We'll have your special guest visiting from where in Florida?
No, I'm Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, even better. If you'll lead us responsively.
Just for today, I will live one day only, forgetting yesterday and tomorrow, and not trying to solve the whole problem of life at once.
Just for today, I'll be unafraid of life and death, unafraid to enjoy the beautiful and be happy. People are as happy as they make up their minds to be.
Just for today, I will adjust myself to what is, and not try to adjust everything to suit me. If I cannot have what I like, I will try to like what I have.
Just for today, I'll be agreeable, cheerful, charitable, do my best, praise people for what they can do, not criticize them for what they cannot do. And if I find fault, I'll forgive it, forget it. I'll try not to improve nor regulate anybody except myself.
Just for today, I will have a plan. I may not follow it exactly, but I will have one. It will save me from worry, hurry, and indecision.
Just for today, I'll get people off my nerves and not get on theirs. I appreciate them for what they do and what they are.
Just for today, I will not show it if my feelings are hurt.
Just for today, I'll find a little time for quiet to relax, realize what life is and can be. Time to think about God and get a better perspective of myself.
Just for today, I will look at life with fresh eyes and discover the wonder of it. I will know that as I give to the world, so the world will give to me.
Thank you. Thank you. Turn to page 24 in our prayer books and rise for our call to worship, the Baruch Hu.
Do 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 Come all of you, come all of us, and spread some love and kindness. Come all of you, come all of us, and spread some love and kindness. Blessed is the blessed one, blessed is the giver of blessing, blessed in this moment now and every now to come. Blessed is the blessed one, blessed is the giver of blessing, blessed in this moment now and every now to come. Come all of you, come all of us, and spread some love and kindness. Come all of you, come all of us, and spread some love and kindness. Do 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 do. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed. Do 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 do.
As we look around us, it's so different from some of the big cities that we came from. We think about God's wondrous creations, page 28 at the bottom of the page. As we join together on this Shabbat Eve, we take in the greatness of God's creations As the snow melts from the mountain peaks on high, let our worries of the week flow away. As the mountain springs give forth fresh water, let our souls feel refreshed. And as creeks join streams and become the great rivers, let our faith and love grow stronger. And as we stand in awe of the great beauty of the Rocky Mountains, let our faith in God increase and renew. And let this Shabbat be a time of peace. The top of page 20 as we continue.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha avta, Amcha avta. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lemadeta, Otanu lemadeta. Alakein Adonai Eloheinu b'shofenu, Uvkumenu nasiach b'chukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, U'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, Ki ehem chayenu be'orech yameinu, Uvahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla, be'ahavatcha al tasir, Mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael, Ohev amo Yisrael.
And as we link ourselves to generations that came before us, turn to page 30 and join together Shema. Yisrael,
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam Vaed, Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, Bechol levavcha uvchol nafshecha, ubechol meodecha, vehayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavecha, hayom al levavecha, bishinantam levanecha, bidibarta bam, beshivtecha bevetecha, ulechtecha avaderech, uvshachbecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, vehayu letotafot bein einecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha, leman tizkeru, vasitem et kol mitzvotai, Vitam kedoshim leloechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti atchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem lelohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem.
On this Shabbat evening, as we seek peace and comfort, shield us from the hatred and destruction that plague so many corners of our world, and console those in need. Shomer Yisrael, guardian of Israel, we call out to you with prayer for the return of the men, women, and children cruelly and heartlessly torn from their homes by Hamas and held captive now for over 650 days. May it be your will speedily and soon Bring them out from darkness and the shadow of death. Give continued strength to the IDF to deliver them from danger back to the loving embrace of their dear ones. And may the verses of Isaiah ring true. Those delivered by God will be returned. They'll enter Zion with everlasting joy. The top of page 34, Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom Ve'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom Ve'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom Ve'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Lechaim.
We read in the book of Exodus how the Lord created the earth in 6 days, and on the seventh day he rested. Vishamru. We join together, page 36.
Veshamru bnei Israel et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Veshamru bnei Israel et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Beini ubein bnei Yisrael oti leolam, oti leolam. Veshamru bnei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Veshamru bnei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vaynafash, Shabbat vaynafash, Shabbat vaynafash. Veshamru bnei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Veshamru bnei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat l'dorotam berit olam.
There are those in our community who are in need of healing of body, mind, or spirit. If you have a person in your life in need of healing, in just a moment, please feel free to share their name aloud as we continue with Mishaberach, our prayer for healing, page 38.
Mishaberach Avoteinu Mekor leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
We offer our blessings for full healing to Gail Balin, Sue Beiser, Robert D'Agostino, Blanche Deutsch, Chris Eldridge, and Larry Ellens, Carol Ann Finn, Barbara Goldberg, Deborah Goldman, Mark Grabowski, Lori Hellman, and Mike Herman, Ronnie Hess, Jody Israel, and Re'ea Ivry, Harriet Jaffe, Mary Sue Katz, and Herman Keek, Phil Krasnow, Judith Landau, Stephen Reese, Bruce Rogers, Bill Silvers, B. Sklerowitz, Kelly Soslin, Dina Stempler, Merle Steyer, Alan Tenenbaum, and Richard Taxman, Donna Weinstock, and Jerry Weinstock. Okay.
Mishaperach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
As we turn in our prayer books to page 40 and rise, we'll continue with the Reader's Kaddish.
Yitkada ve'yitkada shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Ve'amad divrah kirtei ve'amlich malchutei.
B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayedecho Beit Yisrael Ba'gala uv'izman kariv.
Ve'imeru.
Amen. Yesh merabah mevarach le'alam alameho maya yitbarach.
Yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudshah
Brichu.
le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata.
Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran b'yamam.
Ve'imeru.
Amen. Be not afraid of silence. It's more powerful than the unpolished word. It allows God's voice to be heard and tears and doubt to tumble out. So we can continue the top of page 42, and then silently through page 57.
Anananananana Adonai. Anananananana Svatai Tiftach. Anananananana Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Teilatecha. Anananananana Adonai. Anananananana Svatai Tiftach. Anananananana Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. Anananananana Adonai. שפתי תפתח. Na 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 na, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Na 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 na, Adonai, Adonai, Sfatai Tiftach. Na 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 na, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha.
Seated when you've completed the Amida. As we continue with our prayer for peace, page 56.
Spirit of the world, make us whole again. Grant us peace. Grant us your peace. Spirit of the world, hear our humble prayer. Grant us peace. Grant us your peace. Oh, say shalom b'maromav, huya, say shalom, huya, say shalom. Oh, say shalom b'maromav, huya, say shalom, huya, say shalom. Aleinu, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Aleinu, Aleinu ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel. Oh, say shalom b'maromav, huya, say shalom, huya, say shalom. Oh, say shalom b'maromav, huya, say shalom, huya, say shalom. Ve'imru, ve'imru, ve'imru. Amen.
Thank you. If you were here last Tuesday and didn't go up on the mountain with us to hear the cantor and her friends, and you decided to have lunch instead, next year, look at your calendar, and when she brings all of her friends with her, you should really join us at the top of the mountain for an amazing concert. It was beautiful. That's why I asked for that do-to-do song or whatever it was that your friend, right? Thank you. You know, when the bar and bat mitzvah families are choosing their Torah portions, and they come up to this week that we have, and it's called Pinchas, and they say, well, what else have you got? But in this case, there's an amazing message that comes out of the portion from this week. It starts out by saying that God spoke to Moses, and he said, appoint someone over the community who shall take them out and bring them in, so that God's community may not be like sheep that have no shepherd. It's an incredible message, and one which was so important within Moses' life, that the religious philosopher Reinhold Niebuhr, he wrote a memorable line, and he said, nothing worth doing is completed in one lifetime. He was trying to say that everything important in life, well, it must be done over several generations. That's why in our liturgy that we read over and over again, Le Dor va Dor, from generation to generation. But Judaism does not emphasize individual salvation, how I as an individual will be saved by God. The Christian view of salvation, it just doesn't work for the Jew. It doesn't work because it implies a notion of hell. For those who have not been saved, it implies a focus more on the afterlife, which is not significant focus within Judaism. Jews believe that people are supposed to do the best they can at being good now. We do this because it's the right thing to do, and according to tradition, personal gain, well, if you get it, it's just a side effect. Judaism is, well, it's about being good and about having a healthy relationship with God, with your neighbor, with oneself, and it's not about being saved. Judaism teaches that in every generation we must do its share. And Rabbi Tarfon, he taught in this section called Pirkei Avot, the ethics of the fathers. It's found in the Talmud. And he said, it's not our job to finish the task, nor are we free to avoid it altogether. So our Torah portion this week, Pinchas, which no bar mitzvah boy has chosen, emphasizes that each of us has a task to perform in life, as Moses is reminded. Then we must find a successor, so someone from the new generation to take over the task. If we're unwilling to pass the torch on to a next generation, we create a situation, as they described, as sheep that have no shepherd. So God told Moses that it's time to pass the torch onwards. He wouldn't be permitted to lead his people into the promised land, as we all know, and he must groom a successor to take over and then to continue his work. Well, I think that had to have been painful to Moses, though he doesn't express it, but he had the wisdom to know that he was only part of a chain, and his time on earth was limited, and there was still major work to be done. So who should Moses choose to be his successor? I'm sure his first choice would have been, his own sons. We're not familiar, I don't think anyone in here is familiar enough to say, I know who those two are. But they were Gershom and Eliezer. Many of us want our children to carry on our mission in life, but how odd it is that we've never heard anything about Moses' children since their birth, and they have certainly not stepped forward and shown any kind of leadership qualities. So perhaps Moses was then going to turn to his great nephew, Pinchas. He would have been the right choice. An entire portion of the Torah is named after him that we read this week. And as the story goes, Pinchas, he had zealously guarded the Israelite morality through this horrible act of violence. And our commentators explain that anger and passion, they don't make the positive leader of the people. A more level-headed, leader was required if the people were to lead with wisdom and with insight. So Moses wisely chooses a young follower, and his name is Joshua. Joshua, the son of Nun. And Joshua, he was known as an inspired man, able to continue, as Moses could see, with Moses' work. He's going to lead the people to the promised land while continuing to teach God's Torah to the people and a new generation, and that new generation would continue God's work. So as we grow older, I think each of us wonder, who's going to continue our work? Maybe one of our children, a student, someone we've mentored. But the story of Moses choosing his successor, I think it's that perfect example of how our work will continue on Ledor Vador, through generations. And then to remember what Niebuhr taught us, nothing worth doing is completed in one lifetime. Amen. Well, I could not begin to tell you all the things we have done, but it's been an incredible response, including yesterday where we had two FBI agents come out and talk to us about security in our lives. And I thought it was really memorable. And when we talk about, well, what's the one takeaway we got from that lecture, I think you would be a little bit different and maybe as well. It was situational awareness, knowing what's around you in your surroundings. And it was a great lecture. So when we do it again next year, come around and join with us. There's so much else coming up, but a couple of things that Stephen Wellens, president of our congregation, I think you can highlight a few of those and encourage all of us.
Shabbat Shalom. Rabbi, what you didn't know is, yes, my dear friend of 35 years is staying with me, but our wives decided not to be here. So when you started giving the microphone, I started counting backwards the number of adult Gatorades we might have had in the tournament the last 3 days. You pulled it off, David. Good job. Yeah, we do have a lot going on. We had 737 people in the mountain 2 weeks ago. We're going to have another Mountaintop Shabbat coming up in August. But before that, we have a lot going on. We've got Pet Shabbat tomorrow. Bring your favorite pet. I'm sorry I won't be there since I'm allergic to some animals, but it'll be a wonderful, wonderful experience. August 6th, we're going to have a movie premiere of October 8th. We're going to have the director, Wendy Sachs, who's going to be here. We're going to do it at Riverwalk Theater. Sign up on Sign Up Genius. It'll sell out. It's an amazing film. It's got amazing Hollywood actors and actresses in there being interviewed about the rise of anti-Semitism in our youth, and I think it's a fascinating experience, and you'll get an opportunity to speak with the director and ask questions. They're always really, really good. We've got a B'nai Vail Academy coming up later this month. Please sign up. All this stuff sells out very, very quickly. I believe we've got July 25th, we've got an October 7th hostage survivor going to be here, and that's going to be a fascinating experience. Please sign up. Space is limited for a lot of these things, and we do sell out quickly. We try to accommodate everybody, but it's physically not possible. So the quicker you sign up, the quicker you guarantee a seat. We've got the Violins of Hope coming on. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, do the Vail Symposium. Less than 100 tickets left. I have my tickets. It's an amazing experience. You're going to see Colleen and playing seven of these violins, and these are pre-Holocaust violins, and it's going to be an amazing experience. There is so much in here. Please look at it. Please come and visit with us, and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. I'm talking to the two of you in Alabama, and you said, we have this violin in our display case at our Holocaust Museum. And I thought, what could we do with that? Can we borrow your violin? And then it evolved into, well, let's find the person who fixed your violin, the luthier, who's in Israel. And then we went from there, and all of a sudden he's bringing 8 violins, and it's going to be an amazing performance at the Valar. Thank you for getting that into my head, that we could do something like that. And then that Friday night should be incredible, because I don't know if it's been done. We're bringing the 8 violins, and then the cantor and Colleen, our violinist, will be playing the different songs. The violin, they'll explain what it's from, then we'll play one of our prayers together with those violins. So thanks for opening my eyes to something I hadn't even known about. And tomorrow, it's my favorite service, where we have the blessing of the animals. It's always interesting. All kinds of dogs, lizards, snakes. But I said, nah, Nate in the back does a lot of hiking and treks. And the trek meant llamas. And I thought, okay. So he's bringing 2 llamas tomorrow to our service. And I was going to put their saddlebags on and then put the tour in it so they could walk around, but I think we'll just let them wander on their own. But it's an incredible service, and it really goes back into tradition of always blessing and taking care of our animals within Jewish tradition. And what else have you got?
Well, we are bringing Omer Netzer here, who is an Israeli country music star out of Nashville currently, and he's coming. We have the bike ride coming up, and after the bike ride's complete, all different levels, all different abilities of bike riders, if you want to get out and ride with us, that would be wonderful, and then we'll all culminate that day here with lunch and a country concert by an Israeli country music star, Omer Netzer.
We call it a ride for peace because we're bringing some wounded Israeli. They'll be riding with us. And Omer Netzer is a IDF survivor, so to speak. And he said he really, his country western music brought him back to life. And now he's living in Nashville, living the good life. So, and you'll be performing with him. It's great. So take the calendar home with you. It should be wonderful. We'll return to our prayer books now on page 60 as we rise and join together. Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gidula le'yotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kilei haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot adama, shelo sam chalkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. והשבותה אל לבביך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
At this moment, in memory of our loved ones who are no longer with us, we join hands in love and remembrance. A link has been broken in the chain that bound us together, yet strong bonds of home and love hold us one to another. In solemn testimony to that unbroken faith which links the generations one to another, we call to mind those whose yahrzeit we observe this month. Phyllis Abramowitz, Fred Allen, Joan Barr, Gerda Berendt, Janet Brown, Harry S. Bush, and Morris Cohen. Joe Corbin, Mark Ettinger, Paulina Zersky, Leonard Frank, Norma Lee Funger, Faye Fermansky, James Gaynor, Arthur Glickman, Beryl Fine Goldstein, Harry Goldstein, and Joseph Guss. Kenneth Hertz, Judith Ann Hochman, Eric Joss, Stuart Camber, Selma Cohn, Ida Laberwitz, Norma Lantzman, George Lerner, Betty Levin, Myrna Lieberman, and Estelle A. Marks, Estelle Myers, Herman Moore, Shirley Mukasey, Joellen Multack, Jeremy Narenberg, Gertrude Palikow, Ruth Plotnick, Pedro Prince, Edna Carton, Max Rappaport, Regina Resnick, and Regina Sheriff, Chaja Helene Schimmel and Sally Schnapp, Neil Scher, Myrna Sigmund, Ellen Rhoda Solomon, and Jay Soslin, Betty Smitsmiller, Jacqueline Steinberg, Ann Tudanger, David Waldman, Morris Wetcher, Walter Wolf, Jody Rubel, and Jürgen Yashuk. Also our sincerest condolences for the losses we had this week to the mother of Leslie Fielden and Jeff Seidel. Your mother Natalie passed away, and she was to be 101 years old this August. Also our condolences to the family of Ann Graubert. Don was her late husband, and Ann passed away this week as well, and they were certainly active and influential members in the congregation, and they're both missed. If anyone else is observing Yahrzeit this month. Thank you. The Mourner's Kaddish can be found in our prayer books. Page 64, and those who wish may join with us as we say, Yitzgadal v'yitzkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach hirutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, v'agalav izman kariv imramein. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam omei omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, Yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran b'yalma v'imramein. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imramein. Oseh shalom v'imramav, uyaseh shalom. Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imramein.
Amen.
You may be seated. Again, welcome to all of you, as we're always pleased to have you joining with us. We're here every Friday night, all through the winter as well, and we love it when you come and join us for our services. And probably some kind of Dr. Doolittle song in honor of tomorrow. Push me, pull me, or something. No, what are you going to do tonight?
I don't know. We could do an animal-related thing. Or, I don't know. What should we do for Adon Olam tonight?
At least not the kids
We'll
are
see. We
here.
could save animals for tomorrow.
Okay, yes, we
There's
will.
plenty of animals happening tomorrow. What should we do tonight for Adon Olam? Any tune at
Sarah,
all.
what do you want? You just came back to us from North Carolina.
No
We've missed you.
pressure, but
Let's do something else.
let's do something else.
We did that last week. I didn't even know what you were doing this week.
That was Dua Lipa. That was not the Backstreet Boys. Rabbi Newman.
I have the veto power over that.
Okay, all right. Okay, veto power. All right, we'll do a. Don't know lama share my life. Terem kol yitzir nivra. Ain't nasa v'chef so kol. Azay melech shemo nikra. Ve'acharei kichlot hakol. Levado yimloch nora. Ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh. Ve'hu yeh v'tifara. Ve'hu echad ein sheni. Lahamshi lo lahachbira. Bli reshit, bli tachlit. Ve'lo ha'oz v'ha'misra. Ve'hu eli v'chai gali. V'tzor chavli v'eit sara. Ve'hu nisi umanosli. Manakosi b'yom ekra. Be'ado avkid ruchi. V'eit dishan ve'a'ira. Imruchi gaviati. Adonai leave it low ira. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. And some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got.
Thank you. I don't know what a llama's got.
I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow.
What is a llama? Camel feet. Okay. Please rise for a closing blessing. Adonai Yozli Amo Yitain, Adonai Varachet Amo V'Shalom. May the Lord grant strength unto his people. Bless all peoples with peace.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei puri hagaf elachayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.
Challah and wine in the back.
All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher,
Have a
some
great
sing
dinner.
out loud on the telephone wire, and some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire, and some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got.